Do you want your writing, mixing, mastering to sound pro right out the gate? Then I'm going to show you how a simple Reaper template can help you systemize your writing, mixing, and mastering workflow. So let's dive into these Reaper templates. So I'll start by saying that none of these tracks have any plugins on them, because if I was to put my plugin chains, not everyone has the same plugins. So what I'm giving you is just the raw tracks, and you can use your own plugin chains on all the tracks. By the way, comment down below if you want a video going over my plugin chains. First, I always like to start off my writing template with a good reference. The reason why I want a reference is because I want to know what my drums should sound like, what my guitars, bass, vocals in general should sound like when I'm writing. Next, I have everything housed inside of a mix bus. So this mix bus is a folder, but it's also acting as a bus, and it's getting the receives from the drums, bass, guitar, MIDI, samples, effects, and Vox. So the bus is a folder to keep everything organized, also a actual bus. Now inside of drums, I'm just going to go from top to bottom so it makes sense. We have a drum bus, and the shells, overheads, and rooms are routed to the drum bus. Okay, now inside here, this is where I'm gonna put, trigger tracks. The reason I put trigger tracks is just so you can import your own triggers, so it's already set up here for you, and also you can drag in your own recorded live drums, or you can use your own MIDI drums, and you can just place it under this drum bus, route everything to the drum bus, and then you'll be good to go from there. Then we have toms as well. I like to keep everything in folders and organized. It may look like I'm overcomplicating this, but actually this is the most efficient way to do it. Then we have the overheads and also the rooms. And you'll notice that some of these tracks aren't actually named because I don't know exactly all the things that you're going to be using. So I thought I would make it universal so everyone could use this template. Next is bass. So I categorize bass into three main tracks: bass high for the high end of a actual real life bass guitar, bass low for the low end of the real life bass guitar, and then a MIDI bass. And then all those are routed to the bass bus. I like to keep MIDI bass and real guitar inside the same bass bus. Now the guitar bus. The guitar houses all of the guitars inside. So we have the rhythm, guitar right, guitar left, your quads, your center, and then also your guitar low. If you want an extra big chorus, you just, minus 12 octave your guitar, plop it in there, and then your chorus sounds way wider and bigger. Then we have lead guitar, just basic center and solo. Obviously, you can add more tracks to this. Then clean guitar is your center, your right, left. MIDI, obviously I can't name all these tracks because I don't know what MIDI instruments you're going to use. So what I would recommend is I would just duplicate these like this, and you'll be able to name them and input all of your own VSTs in there as you want. And it's exactly the same for the samples and effects. Now Vox is divided into two subgroups with harsh vocals. So you have the main Vox, main double, main Vox 2, main double. So if you're using multiple singers or multiple ways of singing, a right and left and a right and left for dubs. And then cleans is just the exact same. And then these are obviously routed to the Vox bus. So this is the writing template. Now what we're going to go to is the mixing template. Oh, that's the mastering. So this is the mixing ready template. And you'll notice that it's exactly the same. We want it to be the exact same because we want to be able to drag our files from our writing session into our mixing session. And you might be wondering, why would we want to separate the sessions if they're exactly the same? Well, in my opinion, I feel like it's better to, once you're done writing, you commit to your writing and then you move on to the mixing stage. Because what can happen is if you mix and write at the same time, your workflow gets really messed up and tasks are going to take longer, and you're going to go down rabbit holes that are worthless for your time. So I think it's best to just use these templates to categorize each step of your workflow. from all the way from writing all the way to mastering. So let's get into this mix template. The only thing that's different is every single send to the mix bus is minus 18 dB. The reason that we do minus 18 dB on every single one is because we want enough headroom when we go into the mastering stage. That's the only thing that's different with this mixing template. And you might get this mixing template and you might think, dang, that's like really quiet. Well, all you gotta do is just turn up your mix bus and you can level it out to normal volume. But what's even more recommended is you put a limiter on your master bus while you are mixing, so you can understand the actual loudness of what would come from a master without mastering it yet. So once I'm done mixing inside of this template, I'm going to export all the songs. Usually I line up the songs by just the entire time grid. So I'll have a song here, I'll have a song here, a song here, a song here, a song here, and so on. I do it this way because I want to have every song mixed the same way. So it's a lot easier to have all of your album, if you're mixing your entire album all in one Reaper session rather than having like 12 different Reaper sessions, because then you gotta like copy paste all the plugin chains and it's just a mess. I just keep an entire album all in one Reaper session. So once you do that, you're going to copy, or you're going to time select the song, you're going to export it, and then you're going to go into this mastering template. And now I have a track for the reference track, because obviously we want to be referencing other songs throughout this whole process. And then you're going to put your songs on each of these tracks. And then all you got to do is you put your mastering chain on the effects of each song. And again, the reason why I don't master inside of the mix phase is because I want to commit to the mix and I want to be able to keep my mind fresh when I'm moving from category to category. Now that's all for now, but real quick, do you use mix templates and what DAW you use? I'd like to know in the comments below. Also, before you go, if you go down in the description, I will have a link where you can grab my completely free mix templates. So if you don't want to go set all this stuff up by yourself, you can go there, download them, import them into your Reaper right away, and they will work. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. You know the drill.